Hey, what's up, guys? Keith Kelfis. Nick Carrington asked a question, good question, Q&A of, hey, if I'm getting my landscape business off the ground and I'm doing a landscape project and I don't have any cash reserves to, built up for materials on projects. Like we just did a landscape job today. It was $2,000 out of my pocket, out of my business account. And then you get reflushed by the clients that pays it off. But what if you're at a point where you don't have that? That's how I was in the beginning. There wasn't any money to pay for materials. Like when I did my first $20,000 landscape job, I didn't have that. I had to literally knock on my client's door and be like, give me your American Express card because I don't have money for materials. And so he pulls it out of his wallet, he just hands it to me, and then he goes back to do what he's doing, and I'm sitting there on the phone, where he, ordering all the materials with his card. Or you ask the customer, you be like, hey, I need 50% down to cover materials, and have them sign off on it. Work orders. Print something up on Microsoft Word, whatever it is, or go in to get sales and proposal orders at Office Max, Home Depot, places like that, and have them sign, give you a check for 50% down or cash or whatever it is. And then if you got to wait a couple days for that thing to clear, that's what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. And it can make you nervous and feel like you're getting exposed to the customer, right? But is what it is, man. So you talk to a business owner, a landscape business owner who's got money in the bank. They've always got 12, 15 grand in the bank, and they'll be like, oh, you gotta have a business account. You gotta have 15 grand in the bank. Yeah, you gotta have a fucking Ferrari. You gotta have a fucking Cadillac, a Lamborghini, and motherfucker, you gotta. Fuck yourself. Pissing me off, dude. When I first started, I had nothing. Biting my nails, spending my rent money on materials, then in the middle of the job having a panic attack saying, what if these people don't pay me? What if these people don't pay me? Shit. Yeah, so what I do is I always make sure my business account, in the fall, I save an extra $3,000 is the magic number specifically to like slingshot out of the spring. That seems like to be the magic number. $3,000 every spring gets us out of the hole. So you go from red to green quick without any turbulence or any panic attacks. But how are you going to do that if you don't have any money? You got to do what you can do with what you can do, while you can do it, when you can do it with what you have. You got to work with what you have. So run your ass off in April like it's December 1st. Run your ass off in April like it's already December, because before you know it, when December comes, it's just, it took me, I don't know, a few years before I could have a business account. Because when you start a business, you're probably starting out in debt and in the negative and flat broke and behind on your bills, and it takes years just to dig yourself out of the red, just to get out of the years. Now I'm going off topic here, but I think this kind of helps a little. I never wanted to start a landscape company. I wanted to just be rich somehow. And I looked at my bosses and I'm like, I see what they go through. I don't ever want to go through that. And I also did the math. I'm like, okay, if I started a landscape company and it says basically the statistics are it takes 5 years to get a business really off the ground to where it's, fully legitimate and doing good, if you can even make to that point. I go, 5 years? I don't want this. Dude, I resisted it. I didn't want it. I didn't want to picture my life. 5 years of investing, getting rid of everything that you love and everything that you want to do, or whatever your hobbies are, your passions. You got to put all that on the back burner for 5 years of your life. Think about where you were 5 years ago. Well, you know where you're going to be in 5 years? You're going to be fucking landscaping your ass off. And in 5 years, like me, I used to love doing music, man. 4 years, 3 years into business, I don't remember. I went on eBay because I sold all my studio equipment. to help pay my bills when I was getting my landscape business off the ground. I had like a $10,000 recording studio, sold it off for like $3,000 for peanuts on eBay. I made so much money in 1 month that I went on eBay and I just clicked buy, and I just ordered all my studio equipment that I had sold and thought I would never get back, and it all just showed up in a bunch of boxes all over the place in the living room, and I set it all up and made music with my wife all winter. And I was like, the irony, bro, the irony. Give up what you love. Give it up in order to really go gung-ho about your business, and it will come back to you. But you got to give it up 100%. Give up everything you love 100%, and it'll come back to you. A buddy of mine asked me, he's like, hey, my daughter's getting baptized, and I would love for you to be there. And it's in a month on a Sunday. And with all respect, dude, good friend of mine. And I had to say, you know, ooh, my right hand's itching. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this. Basically, you got to give up a little too much. It sucks. I ain't gonna lie, it hurts. Because you want to spend time with people you love, and you can't. Because you got to start crying. But seriously, it's tough. So, yeah, that has nothing to do with landscape materials, but it has everything to do because we live in a relative universe. And I'm not going to say, oh, you got to have money. Pfft, what the fuck is that about? Yeah, get your customers' money and get it. Use their money. OPM and OPT. Other people's time and other people's money. I should make a whole another video about that. OPM and OPT. Other people's time and other people's money. Have employees help you do all the work and use other people's money. Use your customers' money. And if you don't have the money to do the job, you can't do the job, right? What are you going to do? There's desperate measures.